About that in a bit. In the groups, Germany beat Japan. It was a 3-0 victory. France beat Japan too. My goodness, talk about open playing field. But in the single elimination or the elimination round, they got through Belgium, Kazakhstan, Germany, and the Chinese Taipei team. Kazakhstan will be host to the World Championships next year. Here are the three musketeers. Tomokazu Harimoto, the world rank number 3. Sora Matsushima, world rank number 8. And Shunsuke Togami, world rank number 18. Not a bad squad of 3. And there's a chance all of them have losing records against their opponent fairly steadily. We'll go into that in a minute. Team China beaten by Korea Republic in their group and Sweden. So both of the finalists were beaten twice in their groups. Fascinating. Australia, Romania, Korea Republic, France only dropping a total of 2 matches. Edward Ionescu beating Liang Jingkun. Wow. Wang Chuqin, the world number 1. Lin Shidong, the world number 6, which seems crazy. And Liang Jingkun, but outside the top 20? My goodness. He's 21 in the world right now. They're head-to-head. He's had some victories over Tomokazu, 7 out of 10. But some of these are the most heart-wrenching losses or defeats that Tomo's faced in his life. Fraser, we'll have some time to talk about it because we're about to get into the Tata coin toss with Ingrid Vogler.
So here we go then.
Red, black.
So much to talk about with this one.
Receive.
Harimoto gets off the winning ways.
So the Li-Ning racket reveal here, back from testing. So talk to me about this relationship between these two.
Yeah, they've had some epic encounters over the years, some real nail-biters. And the last time they played, Tomokazu Harimoto beat Liang Jingkun at the Asian Team Championships in India. Liang managing to win the deciding match in the end against Sora Matsushima. But, I mean, these two have played at the World Championships before. Liang beating him in Durban. As you said, Adam, Liang winning 70% of their singles meetings.
So the last time was Tomo. That was last year. This will be interesting. Digging deep, 29 years old. 9 career titles to his name. Had a waist issue last year, an injury. He's a big guy. He twists a lot, moves incredibly hard. But the one against Alexis Lebrun yesterday looked hopeless after the first 2 games. He had other things to say about it. 11-2 in the decider after saving 3 match points in the third. Playing 2 very close games. This is why you're seeing him first. This is somebody who's shown that he is capable of delivering when it matters most.
Yeah, he is so clutch. In the big moments, he rises to the occasion, Liang Jingkun. He has had a little bit of turbulence, but the senior statesman of the team delivered there. What a match it was against the Lebrun. What a comeback. Saving match point as well.
Now, Tomokazu on the other side, 7 years the younger, 13 titles to his name, turned pro half of his life ago, which is 11 years ago. This is a guy that we've watched double in size, height, weight, everything. Skill. That said, I think a lot of the world has forgotten about him. You have other big names coming up, like Ingrid Vogler, world rank number 2. No, I'm just kidding. But she is one of the best umpires in the world. With Truls Morgaard, Hugo Calderano, Felix Lebrun, just to name a few. There have been several players who have gone way up in the rankings. All that to say, if you play in Asia, you have the toughest time to climb the rankings. So, Tomokazu Harimoto, by world ranking, well, he has been number 2 in the world. Sometimes gets forgotten. All we have to think back to is Yokohama last year. One of the last few players to beat Wang Chuqin. The other will be playing Wang Chuqin in the next match.
First game, China to serve, level.
So here we go. It's a best-of-5 match and a best-of-5 match tie. Fire fired up right out, sounding like Tomokazu himself. Liang Jingkun knows the importance of this and is not going to let the fire he started yesterday burn down or die.
He just played a roller! Tomokazu HARIMOTO off the net! What a shot!
Take a look at this one more time. Oh my goodness. That is a creepy crawler. By its second bounce, it immediately ended. That's the shot of the day. And we just started the team tie. The crazy thing is, Miwa Harimoto waved walking up the stairs, so I turned my head and I heard your reaction and saw shot of the day. That gasp. It's hard to explain to anyone. An around the net shot is one thing. A proper roller is like Halley's Comet.
Man. Tomo. Oh, yeah. Great stuff here from the Yankee. Look how pumped up he is, man. Absolutely jacked. He's so good, the big guy, at getting the ball out the crossover. I don't know how he does it so many times. The way he saved the match point against Alexei with that matrix move didn't look possible.
This is a statement start here. It's only 1 point. It feels like it should be worth more. Tomo from down near the ground, the low angle right here. Oh my goodness. Really, like you just set the ball down on the table and rolled it yourself. Someone could zoom in on that and see if they could count the bounces, but I'd guess it was more than 4. It's the type of shot that you'd think would cause a bit of intimidation factor. You're on the other side of the table. You're like, I got a lucky break. There's no way he wins this. Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what it's going to take to shake Liang Jingkun, to be honest with you.
After yesterday, he just seems as stable as can be, having been beaten 3 times already in this event. To come back the way he did, man, in Liang we trust, says Team China.
But this is the man who in 2022, you and I were there in Chengdu, had the journalists, the team, the coaches, everyone who was there quaking in their boots. Tomo with 2 wins in that semi-final.
A lot of Chinese fans in boots that day. Doesn't miss by much. Look at this step. He is going to be absolutely just pumped, as high on life as possible from start to finish every time he's on the table. You're looking at Liang Jingkun, a guy who many were surprised was here.
Yeah.
Let alone
5,
one of
6.
5 players, one of 3 players who would represent out of the 5 that are here.
I mean, he came back after a senior break to the champions Chongqing. He was beaten in the earlier rounds by Dang Cho. Great player, yes, but look at him here.
Epic rally, the speed tested. All this to tie it up since the first towel break. Tomokazu has completely flipped the script. 5 of 6 right back.
Yeah, finding his rhythm. Is Miwa Harimoto commentating?
Right behind us was Sayaka Hirano, who we saw earlier.
Wow.
At the World Championships in 2014 as China beat them. Hey now. As a matter of fact, she speaks some English. I don't want to interrupt her or anything, but we might bring her on here now. Probably not. 6 of the last 8 points with Tomokazu Harimoto. Slow spin attempted. All level now, 7 apiece.
No flash, please.
Tomo just pointing out a flash in the car. There's going to be plenty of those, especially when Wang Chuqin takes the table next against Matsushima, a repeat of the World Cup final.
And that came down to the deciding 7th, a very tight score. so quickly. You have to wonder, when he finished his match yesterday and China won the tie, they went into the practice hall, had a massive meeting, and Liang Jingkun, right after the meeting, went back to the table to practice his serves.
Incredible, isn't it? How meticulous these guys are. We saw Xia after winning the title for China. She was just allowing herself a smile at the end when all the work was done. All optimism remains guarded.
Interesting. Now, Japan was probably the biggest talk. Obviously, France right up there now with their squad. But knowing how well Sora has played and how well Tomo has played, with Shunsuke in the third spot, they've got a strong team. They've got a chance. All that to say, if Tomo takes the first match, it's a long way to go. And you know that Liang Jingkun, after yesterday, you can't count him out until it's absolutely over.
That's right.
But it just gets easier to imagine if Tomo takes this first game. This is why we watch live. 2 game points, Tomo with the serves. Only one needed, puts it in the bag. He was down 1-5 at the first towel break. It was looking like a landslide victory. Could Liang Jingkun be stopped? Tomo's answer to that is, in game number 1, yes, but his job is far from over. Does not want to join Alexei in the experience that he's experienced 7 times before. Game number 2, Japan and China, Tomo, Liang Jingkun.
全部ナックル低くなって横ナックル低めだからいけるといけないかそれからストップされからストップ甘
So just 4 years ago, Japan and China met. Tomokazu beat Wang Chuqin. That wasn't the only one he beat. At the time, world number 1, Fan Zhendong, who's still in incredible form and technically still part of the Chinese national team. Beaten again. That back and that floor are getting mighty close physically. But Wang Chuqin in game 1 was down quite a bit, 4-9 against Shunsuke Togami. And look at the domination in the third. A soul-sucking performance. The type that Shunsuke Togami will never forget, but the type that sometimes you just turn into motivation and it gets you practicing like nobody's business. Truls will be that for Wang Chuqin. 5 others as well, but I think the occasion Truls got his victory will definitely make 2028 an
Second
interesting
game,
year.
Japan to serve, level.
So here we go. Calling out the flash.
No flash, please.
5 of the first 6 points. He's going to have to do better this time around. No roller, but a bit of fortune. Recovery.
Yeah, trying to kick it up there, Liang Jingkun, under the table with lots of top spin, but watched it all the way, Tomo. Yeah, great serve from Tomokazu Harimoto. He would love to entertain these fast and furious points. He loves this pace, he loves to switch, he loves to be close to the table with that backhand.
And he found the middle, the crossover of Liang Jingkun.
Left, love, 2.
Played table tennis. A little fortune here on the comeback as Liang Jingkun has a lot of support here. An ocean. Always feels like home court advantage wherever China goes. Even Japan, for that matter.
Yeah, Yokohama.
Tomo's in incredible form.
He is, isn't he? He's looking good on the backhand, the forehand, the timing, transitioning. Well, look at him. So much contortion when he plays the forehand.
Not a lot of time to twist like that, but he makes it happen. Good deception. I love the way he comes in with the racket nice and open as if he's going to push and then does a banana flip.
Yeah. These subtleties, these nuances. Again, the forehand of Tomo dealing the blow. He's setting himself up really well with long serving.
It's easy to not be present in a moment like this because the imagination starts working, the wheels start turning. What if Tomo takes this match?
And you know what? It would be a long time coming. I mean, I'm seeing a almost father-like smile on your face because you've known Tomo for a long time, Adam. This guy broke through at 11 years of age. The Sophia Open will live long in the memory. He still hasn't really picked up a world gold medal, Tomo. He wants it. He wants it so bad.
To be that good at table tennis, to have taken down the names, to deliver the goods like he has. Man, when will the stars align? You mentioned 2016, and I remember the promo for the men of Japan. We're ready, Jun Mizutani. Wow, what a team that was.
Yeah. Koki Niwa, Yuya Oshima, Maharu Yoshimura.
Strong squad there, and Kenta Matsudata as well, whose big brother qualified in place of Sora Matsushima for the World Championships last year.
Crazy.
Yep. Can you imagine? Last year, Sora didn't qualify as one of 5 players to represent Japan. And now he's one of the most successful. He's the most successful against Wang Chuqin on the Japanese team. So you could argue that Japan has a decent lineup in terms of who they drew for players.
I've been talking to a lot of people who know their table tennis. And a lot of people fancy Japan as the favorites.
That is always a very fancy. A bit of a risk here. You never know. Betting against China in table tennis, I don't know. Let's see, though.
Yeah. No one dominates sport like China dominate table tennis.
A 4-point lead here out of the second towel break. Tomo with 2 serves to come. Dizzying.
Yeah.
If your neck doesn't hurt from this, you're sitting too far from the screen. That right there is a blur. People will say it's sped up. Get these guys tested after this match. It is unbelievable the performance they're pulling off.
Breakneck speed.
22 shots in what felt like 10 seconds. 10-4, big buddy. We are looking at 6 game points for Tomo to take a 2-0 lead. And as he wipes that top lip and whatever hair might be on it, he's been hair before. 12 of the last 16, Tomo. Now this is where it gets interesting. And here's why. Alexis Lebrun wins 11-3 and 11-1. Has 3 match points. And Liang Jingkun comes back. Alexis is an incredible player with an amazing future ahead. He's spectacular to watch, but Tomokazu is the best outside of Team China, according to the best there's ever been. Game 3 coming up.
あっちは強くてもあれが精一杯でしょ。あれが一番でしょ。取れる。こっち強く打っていいもん。球強くめっちゃ綺麗。サーブ変えてくれた。
Wasn't looking super closely. Did you count?
Around that, wasn't it?
Felt like it. That is crazy. 2 would have been enough to impress.
Seen a few around the nets this event, but that was the best.
Koki
Third
versus
game, China to serve, love all.
Ryan Afanador. I think was more than 5. Here we go, game 3. Could be the last. If Tomo can remain in control, if Liang Jingkun can repeat what he did yesterday, oh my goodness, there will be a statue of a living man in China. DJ Tomo on the receive. Oh.
2 love.
Miyage. Tough time to leave a souvenir, a gift, a liu, for your biggest rival, somebody you're 7-3 against. I'm watching as Liang Jingkun, the body language. It is very quiet fist clenching right now.
We're just looking for a sign of weakness. We're just looking for a chink in the armor. Tomo sizing him up. But this is where the shackles come off for Liang Jingkun. He is so hard to shake and stir. Can Tomo avoid the same fate as Alexis Lepre?
If you can beat the, at the time, world number 1 and world number 2 with everything on the line. I mean, he's had a few years to grow mentally. Tomokazu. Extra spin. Liang Jingkun used to be described as one of the most explosive players in the game. Then you had Lin Shidong develop. Fang Zhendong, of course. Something similar in terms of that, but the ability to invest the speed of the racket into spin. Liang Jingkun, quite versatile.
And I think of Liang Jingkun, I don't think of someone who can penetrate quite as much as, say, a Marlon, Wang Chiqin or a Fan Zhendong, but I think of the touch play, the push play, how he holds the table, how he blocks, how consistent he is. Deep he can dig.
They said the game would slow down when the ball got bigger. This is as fast as you could possibly imagine. Liang Jingkun with a 2-point lead. We can talk about the evolution of the game after 100 years of being played. From drums on a dinner table to hard bat to sponge rubber, 38, 40, and 40 plus. Here we are. Fraser, what do you think it's going to take for Tomo to get the job done?
Got to relax, focus, G himself up, keep going back to the coach, Kishikawa in the corner, have these little chats. This is where Tomo's at his best.
Merciless forehand, and he finds the opening. The way he lunged from behind the table to put the power in and then follow with the step and get closer, this is accomplishing 2 things in one moment.
The extension down the line was gorgeous, and look at that wraparound right there. These two pistol whipping, gunslinging. This is awesome.
And a timeout on Liang Jingkun's side. A much needed one. Get ready for some tough love. A man who really loves a player who saved China yesterday.
后面这会有这种节奏，而且一板上高级飞快，要快拉到中间这个，对吧？发慢一点，掉到这种中间这儿，而且正走，真正正走，就往上反拉到，对不对？而且在人中间就往正，人中间就往正，好不好？包括反正有正，既然上手了，挺好，对吧？这边转过来的那个没事，对吧？主要就是这种该是两脚，两脚。 啊，还想把接拿球一定敢出手啊，不能犹豫。这会儿来说没有可犹豫的啊，反正这种你落后了就跟朋友该拼了，没关系啊，这自信啊，打你的跟自己的节奏啊，打成这样已经很好了啊，就是领会专注，来一分的来啊，就憋住就行啊，不要求这种不拉。到最后的时候，你给他点开，你要相信你自己，他会咬过来就行，他就慌，好吧？啊，好。
好，可以啊。
Still LJK. As we saw, just an appetizer, a taste of what's coming up next. We don't know how long it'll be. Could be 3 minutes, could be 30 minutes. Liang Jingkun's at the table. He was reminded to trust himself. You could hear talk of keeping his balance. Move. And get ready. That said, I think part of the reason you didn't see the tough love that we saw yesterday is because Liang Jingkun came out here fired up for the first 2 games. What I mean by that is Wang Hao is trying to be very specific to see what his player needs right now. And maybe fire is not what he needs. Maybe calm is what he needs. Fraser Tomo was down by 2 at 2-4, and he's up by 2, 4 points away from taking this match.
Looking supercharged right now, Tomokazu. Liang Jingkun looking nicely balanced here. We have seen some sensitivity from the Chinese coaches. If there's any kind of type of fragility, they don't want to add any more weight onto their players.
Timing is everything. Xiang Peng offering his support, was practicing hard in the training hall. Wow. When it comes back that strong, Tomo just hit 2 or 3 shots that are winners against just about anybody in the world.
Yeah, when you talk about the top backhands in the world near the table, Tomo's timing is just so suffocating. But Liang gets it back.
Ooh, try rolling that one. A second bounce off the net on this. It's tough. They both had their share. It feels quite balanced so far. Yeah, it was quite shallow. The first topspin brought it closer to the baseline, but still a long way from. Not this time. Net and no table.
That's one of the things about the side angle. It's harder to tell if it's going to land. Just misses that time.
Just catching the top edge and carrying Long Tomo. I'm just thinking, how do you silence all the voices in your head in moments like this, knowing what's happened in the past? As recently as yesterday, it might not have been to you, but sure could have been. Back edge of the table to keep Tomo in at 9 points apiece.
It's a perfect flick out there from Liang Jingkun. Tomo touching with the backhand. He comes round it with some side into the crossover with that wide base getting low. Just about making room to maneuver, and some fortune for Tomokazu, who's, whoa, clearly ahead of Liang there.
20% the better with the last 2 serves in this game and potentially this match. But it will not be this match. There will at least be a chance for Liang Jingkun to serve again, whether it's this game or the next. If it's not this game, he won't mind, because that means 11-9. Game point, Liang Jingkun. Unbelievable. Liang Jingkun is shaking right now, and he is shaking up this entire arena. Quad thickens. Japan similarly started off in the women's, and here we are in the men's. It has not been an easy day in the great rivalry for the team that ends up second every time since 1971 on the women's side. Men's, man.
不用说去抢速度。
We'll get back to you on that. He's on the board, Liang Jingkun, with game 4 to look forward
不要
to.
大脚啊，把这个反手这个角度一定要控制啊，非常好，慢慢打，一分分打，对不对？打到最后，咬到最后，并到最后，要不然你要接这个肯定赢不了，他都虚的都是，啊，他的反手，他现在为什么这么打？他全是想搏，他站不住，啊，全是搏，对吧？我只要这种心态，这种调整，这样有耐心嘛，轰一下，抽大力新球抽的非常好，这没抽到，但是必须要有这种球，要该下就下，好吧？啊，很好很好，啊，坚定坚定啊！
好，自己啊，相信自己啊！
HARIMOTO there, Tomokazu's father. Surprised he's not commentating 2 rows behind us. Could be. CCTV.
Okay. Japan to serve. Love all.
Or for that matter. Of course he wouldn't, but TV Tokyo. Here we go. Game number 4, Tomo. Not looking for a fifth. Ooh. Little edge there, a little fortune as Tomo quickly acknowledges and apologizes.
Top edge of the backhand, you can just see the deviation here. Oh.
Good start here. Now, Fraser, you made an incredibly insightful comment about the confidence of Liang Jingkun. Care to share?
Well, we thought he was going to face the L. He must be JK.
I like it. Slows it down and spins it shallow to finish. After all that leaning side to side, the shot selection on this last one, finally he stands still for a moment, and look what he does.
You can understand if Liang Jingkun believes psychologically the hardest battle is already won. You know, new leaf, a new game. Must be a breath of fresh air for him. Yep, you won't mind that one. When you come through a game like he's just come through, staring defeat in the face again.
Mr. Hoshino there, a legend of table tennis. It's so cool when you look at these Wikipedia lists that we've been referencing year after year to see the people who are on it from back in the day. And sharp as ever, too. You talk to the guy, you think he might be head coach of the team.
So good for the mind, table tennis. Chess at 1,000,000 miles per hour. The presence it requires, the focus, the determination. And Liang Jingkun digging deep, showing back to the bench as he levels.
Now, in the women's singles, we saw Miwa up 2-0, and then Wang Manyu came back to 2-2, and it felt like, sorry, it was cool while you had the opportunity, and she found a way to win it. If Tomo goes to 5, it would be interesting to see how the gene pool affects things.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I think at this point we can imagine anything, which is why we just watch it live. Another edge shot here. Maehara-san, another legend of table tennis, hasn't missed a world champs since 1977. Not to mention he's a national champion of Japan, and my goodness, many years as vice president of ITTF. Nicest guy. Tomo, clawing his way back.
Long with the serve, Liang flicks where Tomo is, waiting with the backhand, but he couldn't connect with it, Tomokazu Harimoto. What happened there? Loss of rotation. Ooh, maybe a few nerves, a bit of tension there. Tomo can't afford to stiffen up, has to stay loose.
This, to me, feels like he needs a spiritual timeout. Obviously, with the scoreline getting away, it doesn't seem likely. At this point, it seems more likely he'd save it for game number 5, but doesn't want to be there. That's big. You could just feel the morale and the body language of Tomo before by the shot selection, the length of the rally. Some things had changed and something had to change.
Yeah. Both of them are looking to tighten the screw now.
Screwing it in. Tomokazu starting to find that mojo that he always carries, like every point itself, from the first to the last, is the World Championship point.
Thought for a second the battery was burning out, but he adapts to the change of pace and he levels. Third ball attack.
Again, after yesterday, it's tough to imagine, especially with their head-to-head here. And just the way Liang Jingkun must be feeling after yesterday. Oh, wow. Whatever the fortune was, there was a lot of patience. It was a ticking time bomb, a game of hot potato. And he baked it with some chives inside as that one goes wide of the line. Miwa, hey, brother, yay, omerito. Just 1 point.
Bit too tiny up there as well.
Liang Jingkun levels once again. A familiar scoreline. We saw 8-8, and if I remember correctly, Tomo got the 9th point first last game. That sounded like it caught the top of the net. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one who heard it. This is interesting.
Like Liang was looking at him there just to say, are you going to apologize for this, man? I don't know.
In the replay,
Maybe not, yeah.
Tough to tell. Interesting.
We have seen some feisty and spicy moments between Tomo and Chinese players, Chinese staff. It's a rivalry.
Deja vu, third towel break. Serves with Liang Jingkun. Look at this, 9%, 11% rather. Tomokazu the better server. That said, just barely the majority of his serves he makes, or wins points on. Liang Jingkun. It is match point for Tomo. When the lineup came out, nobody knew exactly what we'd see. Liang Jingkun playing the first. He saved 3 match points yesterday. He's got 1 against him now. Heavy spin. Brains like you wouldn't believe. In this moment, he knows how to make it uncomfortable for Tomo. This is one of his specialties. Extra spin. Jeez. Anybody have an inhaler? Saves one, earns one. How does it not wreck you when you come back for game 5? You could argue with an 11-2 victory in the last game 5 that it does wreck you. It was Miwa who came back to win in the 5th. Game point. Liang Jingkun. Break off the net, quick to acknowledge.
Tomo opting for the heavy spin shot here off the backhand.
Yeah, very compact still. Keeps himself in position. Second deuce point. Liang Jingkun with his second game point.
This is so intense. My God.
Your imagination's been working from the start of this since yesterday. What an unusual points. Even in the topspin rally, they were playing chicken. Who's gonna swing first? Tomo, check out that response. It's Tomo who takes the big swing after 4 slow, spinny shots. When have you ever seen an exchange like that, let alone in a moment like this? Wang Hao looking buff as ever. The workout this is for your heart, being a coach through this. And Liang Jingkun gets a game number 5 after being beaten 11-8 and 11-4. Wins the next 2 by the narrowest margin. You know what to do. Get packed. We're going to the decider, baby.
直接给他了，我能护，是吧？护不了，又剩下一个，啊，现在打得很好，一不改，1分2来，好吧？啊，行，心态非常好，打到这会儿的时候，就是相信自己。
何なんだろうなこいつマジで急に。
Here it is, the stats. Tomo, better in deciders. That said, remember their head-to-head. Those
China to
percentages,
serve. Love.
those are blind to the opponent. That is big picture. Right now, we're zoomed in on these two. Fraser, I feel like this is just next level from the next level that we saw last.
I know. Just when you think you've seen it all, the bar continues to be raised. I thought we might be starting to build that statue of Liang Jingkun, but you just never know what can happen. Tomokazu channeling what we saw from his sister at the start of the 5th game.
You were calling that one?
Yeah. Yeah. I was convinced when I knew he was going to come back.
The crazy thing is, the grunting that you're hearing is, that's without microphones on them. You got everybody in the house. IOC, Prez, to the Prez of ITTF, USATT, Virginia Sung. If you're just joining us, this is crazy time. This is the last 2 minutes of whatever sport you were watching before this to end. We're watching the World Championships to determine in the greatest rivalry of the game who will be world champions. Okay, now. Liang Jingkun's already used his timeout. If he hadn't, he'd take one now. Tomokazu still has his in the bag, the pocket, if you will.
Long push from Tomo, mixing, matching, not snatching. So he's ahead by 4. As the 2 players change ends here. Liang Jingkun breathing deeply. Is there a way back? Again.
There always is, as long as they're still keeping score. Embrace the challenge. It's amazing how much power he puts on this with the placement from a shot that was right near his right hip. This will be the perfect angle to see. Where that ball was, catches it at about rib height by getting low and leaning. But not yet, 1-6. they've gone back and forth. Liang Jingkun was up 5-1 in the first game, and they were level at 6-6 by the towel break, so this is far from over. Potentially, anyway.
Empty serve.
Wrong side of the table. Don't see Liang Jingkun lobbing too much, but there weren't many other options as the ball came right back behind him.
Minces it down there. It's a beautiful parallel shot from Tomo. Liang still getting battered ball. Can you imagine if that came down?
Oh, second time for a second bounce in recent history. I think it's been quite balanced throughout, but this is very visual and visceral. Percentage-wise, it feels 50-50. Slightly more in favor of
50-50.
51-49. Wow.
They're going to be on the fence the whole way through this.
Jeez. HARIMOTO holding the applause.
4-8.
This is crafty. To shut down Tomo with such a smooth opening. Tomo was in a rhythm and a pattern, and it felt like, I don't want to say premeditated, but like he had visualized a pattern that didn't appear. Adaptability.
Just handcuffing enough, and a timeout now from Tomo.
This is when it has to happen. A 3-point advantage, 3 points away, but the last 2 points, the way they were played, felt like something needed a little tweaking. A spiritual timeout, if you will.
あったら最初の気持ちでラブオール何回でも伸ばす何回でも伸ばすずっと78でいいよ
フォア打った時に絶対帰ってくるから
まだバックった方が良さそうっすよ
打ってもまあ帰ってくるけど遅い
バックっすもんね
そう
フォアちゃんフォア遠いっすもん
そうそこだけ考えるもう決めに行く時はフォア行ってもいいけどつなぐ時はもう全然バックでいいし OK サーブ OK よ短いのでいいでしょ
2本出したら十分でしょ
チキータ来る
ミドルした時バックに組んでいいかもしれない
そう
バック来たらバックでいいでしょ強く行き過ぎだってさっき2本のやつできすぎ伸ばしつつ早く行ったら早く行ったらさっきあれ別に球の利用しただけ僕強く行ったわけじゃない
そう全然
何対何になってもラブオールの気持ち現状しても追いつかれそうになってもずっとあれだったら派手
目の前の子目の前の子それだけ
チームの気持ちさっきの出しの気持ち頑張れはい
Still 3 points in front. If you're Tomo, what do you come back to the table thinking after that timeout?
I think it's just important that you embrace that Liang Jingkun's a hard player to fend off. Don't think too much about the outcome if you're Tomo. Try and stay calm, just breathe. The potential regret factor is always heavy. Trying to use it as a motivating factor here, but Liang Jingkun just won't lay down and take it.
That's 3 points in a row where it feels to me like Tomo was taken out of the point. Becomes 7-8, and the timeout has been far from cashed in. Not a point yet for the player who called the timeout. Momentum here. 6 of the last 8 points with Liang Jingkun. And it is level.
Being on the fence right now is the smartest place to be because we have no idea what's going to happen. Liang Jingkun, absolutely rock solid.
Like a statue. Shortens it up, another net ball. But the decision to spin short in that rally just to change the timing. 6 in a row for Liang Jingkun. Many thought this would be his last event, period, the way it was going. And now it feels like anything but it's not over yet. That said, Liang Jingkun has just set up 2 match points after scoring 7 in a row. Shunsuke Togami, the pain he felt in game number 1 will be very different than the pain Tomo will feel if one of these next 2 points goes the way of Liang Jingkun. Serves with Tomo.
No flash, please.
Carved the statue. Liang Jingkun has done it once again. This is crazy. From 0-2 down. He cannot be stopped. 29, forever 29. China, he has got your back. Design the statue. This could go in 3 straight, and look at the scores of the first 2. It is almost deja vu. Man, a hug to Alexi from Tomokazu. But Liang Jingkun is rewriting his entire career in 2 days.
We've been referencing the black and white beginnings of table tennis. I bet in decades from now we're going to be watching this one back. Looking at this guy, the hero for Team China, someone who has shown immense fighting spirit. I mean, let's be honest, not the most orthodox tactics here deployed by Liang Jingkun, going 2-0 down and winning the next 3 games.
Yeah, might not have been what the doctor or coach ordered, but look at this. He says, thank you. Thank you, Shifu. Master Wang Hao. The tough love when I needed it. The gentle speech when I needed it. That is a coach's job. This right here is exactly what China needed. Liang Jingkun lives up to that responsibility. Right back at you. Liang Jingkun with an absolute